So, good morning, class. Okay, good morning, class. Oh, this man is not. Wait, it's not starting. It didn't start from the beginning. So, yeah, good morning, class. Hello. Hello.
Good morning, hello. Good morning.
Can you hear me? Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm
So,
fine.
yeah, today we'll be doing biology, and this is the second class for biology. So, what we'll be talking about today, the question that we'll be solving on about today is on roots, stem, leaf, internal structure of mammal, modes of nutrition. We have autotrophic, heterotrophic, type of nutrition, plant nutrition. We have photosynthesis, mineral requirement, macro and micro, animal nutrition, class of food substance, carbohydrate, protein, fat, and oil, vitamin, mineral, salt, and water, food test, the mammalian tooth, mammalian alimentary canal, nutrition process, needs for transportation, material, then mammalian circulatory system. So those are the topics. It's just 4 topics that we'll be talking about today, the question. So I've gone through the past question. So I'm bringing you a question from 2021 to 2016. 2021 to 2016. So let's look at the. Can you see the first question?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So what I'll be doing, the way what I'll be doing is that when I put on the question, I will explain all the options for you before choosing answer. You get that? I will explain all the options for you before choosing answer. So question number 1. One of the function of xylem is now in every plant we have what we call the tissue. So we have the xylem tissue of the plant. The xylem is the one that takes water from the root to all the plant of the plant. It takes water and minerals that the plant needs. So that's the function of the xylem. Then also it provides physical strength, physical support to the whole plant. You know, it is when you eat food and you drink water that you have strength. Is that not so? So
Yes.
the function, So the function of the xylem is to provide the food, that's the water and the water and the mineral salt that the plant needs. When it provides it, that it strengthens the plant. While we also have another tissue called phloem. The function of the phloem is to conduct food made in the leaves. You know, some food are made in the roots. That's the one that the xylem is taking care of. But some other foods are also made in the leaves of the plant during photosynthesis. So those ones that are made in the leaves of the plant during photosynthesis is a function of the phloem, phloem, to conduct the food material in the leaves during photosynthesis to all parts of the plant. You get it now? So we have the third one, which is the cambium. The cambium is the one that causes the growth of both the phloem and the xylem. So the xylem is the one that bring the food from the roots to all the part of the plant. The phloem bring the food from the leaves to all the part of the plant. And the xylem is the one that is responsible for the physical structure and the strength of the plant. So let's look at the answer now, option now. It said one of the functions of the xylem is A, strengthen the stem, B, manufacture food, C, reducing loss of water, D, conducting manufacture food. The answer is A, strengthen the stem. The answer is A, strengthen the stem. Now, why D is not correct is because them and the phloem, they conduct the manufacture food. The xylem conduct the one from the root, while the phloem conduct the one from the leaves. So since they don't put either from the leaves or from the root, then D is not correct. It uses the loss of water. No, that's not its function. Manufacturing food, that's not its function. So the function of the xylem is A, strengthen the stem. Now, let's go to the number 2. Number 2, which of the statement below is not characteristics of wind-pollinated flower? Which of the statement below is not characteristics of wind-pollinated flower? Now, what happened is that we have two types of flowers. We have two types of flowers. We have the insect pollinated flowers, then we have the wind pollinated flowers. So those flowers, they have their own way, they have their own structure, which make them to either be pollinated by wind or pollinated by insects. So let me tell you those ones that are pollinated by the function of those ones, that the structure of those ones that are pollinated by wind. One, no bright color, special odor, or nectar. They don't have bright color, they don't have special odor, and their nectar is very small. The reason why they don't have bright color is that they don't need wind, don't need anything to attract it. It is only insects that need the color to attract it to the flower, so that by the time it gets on the flower, when you want to move away from the flower, it takes some polygrain with it. When it gets to another flower, it drops from the polygrain, and there is fertilization, and you see production of a new flower, a new flowering plant. But because this is wind, wind will not need bright color, wind will not need special odor, and will not need nectar. So that's why the wind pollinated flower has no bright color, no special odor, and nectar. Then the petals, the petals of the flower, they are the one that color, those color that you always see. So most wind pollinated flower, most of them, not all of them, most of them don't have the petal because they don't need it. Then the stamen and stigma are exposed to air current. Now, because it is from wind, it's the stigma and the stamen. The stigma is where the pollen is coming out from, and the stamen is when it is coming out from. The stigma is when it's going. So both of them, both the stigma and the stamen, they must be outside, exposed. They must be exposed. So the reason why they are exposed is that so that the wind can get in touch. But in the case of insects, they are inside because insects will go and look for them. So wind cannot go and look for them. Wind will just disperse the seed. So once the wind disperses the seed, then there must be them to take it. Right? So then again, another thing is that the pollen grain must be large. For the wind pollinated, the pollen grain, large number of pollen, the large number of pollen, the pollen grain must be small, but the number of the pollen grain must be much. Why the pollen grain must be small is that the wind can be able to carry it from that place to another place, and it must be in numbers, so that because many will go on the floor, many will be wasted away. So some will get to the other flowering plant. So that is why it must be the amount of it that is getting out must be very much. The stigma feathery and large to catch pollen grain. So if you look at the option now, one, it said which of the statement below is not characteristics of wind pollinated flower? A, stigma are usually large and feathery. Stigma are usually large and feathery. That is correct for wind pollinated flower. But it said which of the following is not. So wind pollinated flower always have a stigma that are usually large and feathery. Nectar is always absent. That is correct for wind pollinated flower. It doesn't need nectar. Then C, the pollen grain have raw spiny surface. Now, if the kind of surface for a wind pollinated flower, the surface must be smooth. Why? Because so that it can be easily carried by the wind. But if it is insect, then the surface can be rough, because that surface, rough surface, is the one that will glue to the insect body. So for the wind pollinated flower, the surface must be smooth. And this one, they say the pollen grain have a rough spiny surface. Then D, the flower are not scented. That one is correct. That one is, the flower are not scented. For wind pollinated flower, they don't need scent. So the correct option is C. The polygrain have rough spiny surface. That one is a function, that one is characteristics of insect pollinated flower. So A, B, and D are characteristics of wind pollinated flower. Why C? The polygrain have rough spiny surface is characteristics of wind, is a characteristic of an insect pollinated flower. Thank you. Next question. Number 3. In demonstrating the importance of mineral elements in plants, the culture bottle must be darkened to. Now, what do we call culture bottle? When you want to do experiments in biology, we always have a bottle that will put our experiment inside, what we want to use inside. Those things that we want to use is called culture. Culture can be, it can be just ordinary water that you have lived for a long time. It can be your food that already spoiled for a long time. It can be many things. So now, in this case now, we are demonstrating the importance of mineral elements in plants. So the culture bottle must be darkened. Why? A, prevent algal growth in culture solution. B, allow root growth. C, prevent breakdown of mineral element. D, prevent photosynthesis in the roots. So the answer is A. The answer is A, to prevent algal growth in the culture. To prevent algal growth in the culture. Because the algae will take, when the algae is growing, it will take all the mineral elements that are there. So how will you now see the mineral elements if the algae has already taken it? So you must make sure that the algae is not growing. So that's why you use it with a dark bottle, a brown bottle, so that the brown bottle will not allow air, you not allow sun ray to come inside. So when sun ray is not coming inside, then algae there will not grow. So when it is not growing, then it will not remove, it will not take away the mineral. So that's the only way you can know that there are mineral elements needed by plant. So the next question, so the answer is A, prevent algal growth in culture solution. So the next question number 4. In mammalian respiratory system, exchange of gases occur in mammalian respiratory system, exchange of gases occur in, many students always miss these questions. This question, they always miss it. And Jamb will still repeat it many times because they miss it. Now, they miss lung for alveoli. Now, where the exchange of gases occur, the unit where the exchange of gases occur, where there is exchange of both carbon dioxide and oxygen, is the alveoli. The lung is the whole unit that occupy where the bronchi, and the alveoli are. So in a question, if you don't see the option alveoli, you take lung, because inside the lung is the alveoli. So when the respiratory system, the normal respiratory system start from the nasal, from my nose. You can see start from the nose. So after the nose, you go to the pharynx. After the pharynx, you go to the larynx. After the larynx, then you go to the trachea. After the trachea, you divide into two, you enter into the lung. And inside the lung, you have the bronchi, you have the bronchiole, and then the last part of the edge is where you have the alveoli. So the alveoli is a part where there is an exchange of gases. Oxygen is coming into the blood and carbon dioxide is leaving the blood. So the answer is D. In mammalian respiratory system, exchange of gases occur in the alveoli. Thank you. Next question. People who suck petrol with their mouth run the risk of increasing their blood. The conversation, people who suck petrol with their run the risk of increasing in their blood. The concentration of blood, concentration of what is going to which mineral is going to be in their blood. Now let me explain all the options. The first one is iron. Iron is only found in the hemoglobin of the blood in human beings. The number C, the third option is calcium. Calcium is only found in the shell and in the bone. So when you eat bone, when you eat shell, then you get what? You get calcium. And we have the magnesium. Magnesium is only present in the chlorophyll. So lead is the only thing that is present in petrol that can enter human being and still stay there because it is a micronutrient. It is micronutrient. So when someone drink blood, when someone drink petrol, if you go and test the blood of that person, you will see lead inside it. And that's the reason why when you see any car passing and it's bringing out fumes, you need to cover your nose. The reason why you need to cover your nose is because as the gas is, as the waste product is coming out, petrol waste product or diesel waste product is coming out, it's coming out with lead. And that lead, every other thing is a waste product. It can pass out through your faces, but the lead will not pass out through your faces because the lead is also micronutrient. So it will go inside the body and it will mix with the blood. And when lead mix with blood, then it first start from that person first having headache, then from headache to heart attack. From headache, it can cause heart attack because the lead will be fighting with every other nutrient that is in the blood. So your answer is B. If anybody drink petrol in his or her mouth, then increasing the blood concentration will increase in lead. Thank you. Next slide, please. So that's the end of the 2021 question. Then the next one is 2020 question. Next one is 2020 question. Question number 1. The hormone which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood is called the hormone which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood is called. Now, we have A, adrenaline, B, auxin, C, insulin, then D, tyrosine. Now, let me explain all these glands for you, all this hormone for you. Adrenaline is an hormone for anxiety. It's the one that prevents you from shock. For example, when you just hear a gunshot, when you respond to that stimulus, if there is no any shock absorber, that person can run mad straight. So the adrenaline, adrenaline is the one that will be secrete. The pituitary gland will tell the adrenal gland to secrete the adrenaline. So immediately you secrete adrenaline, the adrenaline will reduce your shock and you will get okay. So we have the auxin. The auxin is a growth hormone that is in plants. Auxin is growth hormone that is in plants. Then we have the tyrosine. We have the tyrosine. So the tyrosine is the hormone that is majorly for the blood, for maintenance of the blood. The tyrosine is a major hormone that is for maintenance of the blood. While we have the insulin. The insulin is a hormone that regulates the amount of sugar, glucose in the body, in your blood. So when you see someone that is having high blood sugar or when you see someone that is having high blood sugar, that means it's having either low insulin or the insulin is not working. I remember when I was in secondary school, when my mom tell me that, Olumide, why are you taking this lot of sugar? I will tell her, Mom, I have a very good insulin. So insulin is the one that is regulating the amount of glucose in the blood. So what they do for anyone that is on diabetes or anyone that have high sugar in the blood, anyone that is having high sugar the slide are not showing. Since when? Okay, that means I need to go back there.
The slide was not showing. I was trying to talk, but you could not hear. I was waiting for a while now.
So from what number? What number that
After the question, the last question about the petrol that's led about lead being contained.
okay, right. It's just now. It's just now. I need to go back
Just
to
now.
this. I'm coming. So I need to go back again. Copy what I sent. Yeah, no problem. It's going now. It has to roll first. So I have to go back to my mail to get it. I've got it, and it's showing on my own now. You just need to connect your. So it's doing the connection. Google Meet isn't available right now. I say Google Meet isn't available right now. He said refresh your tab. Refresh your tab if you still have this. Okay. Okay, it's still rolling, sir. The tab is still rolling. Okay. Okay, let me refresh it now. Yeah, it's okay. It's presenting now. I'm coming. No sit now. Share slide. So where did this stop before? Three people who suck petrol with their mouth run the risk of increasing in their blood the concentration of. Hello? Hello, can you connect with the student? Petrol. Okay. So so people who suck petrol with their mouth run the risk of increasing in their blood the concentration of. Now, iron. Iron is the hemoglobin of the body. So immediately when you eat any good food and the blood is being produced in your blood, in the hemoglobin, in the bone marrow, then iron is also there. Then calcium is when you eat anything like a shell or bone, you find the calcium. Why chlorophyll is present in why magnesium is present in the chlorophyll, and our green leaves, when you eat all these green leaves, you find magnesium there. But lead is gotten from petrol, fumes of petrol, discharge of petrol, waste product of petrol. Maybe you have someone that is using petrol engine and the waste is coming out. As the waste is coming out, everything you see that is coming out, more of them is lead. So, and it's very dangerous. Lead is very dangerous because many of them cannot be breaking down into smaller size. And when it's gets stuck into the blood, then it can cause headache. After headache, then heart attack. So the answer is B. People who suck petrol with their mouth run the risk of increasing in their blood the concentration of lead. So that is the end for 2021. So let's go to 2020. So this is the beginning of 2020. Number one, the hormone which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood is called the hormone which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood is called A, adrenaline, B, oxygen, C, insulin, then D, tyrosine. Adrenaline is an hormone that helps from shock. For example, if someone shoots a gun outside now, or maybe someone fall down before you, and instead of you getting into a shock that might cause heartbreak or death, then the adrenal gland will quickly secrete adrenaline, and that one will absorb the shock. Like a hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I want to join account class. Is it not time for account?
No. this is not account class. This is biology class. So check. They've already sent to you the account class link.
Yes, sir. Okay, my
You
mail.
check your.
Sir?
Yeah, check your link. There's a link that's sent to you that is for account. This one that you join is biology. There's another link for account.
Sir, I don't have the link. I just got this link yesterday. I just knew about this online class yesterday. So.
Oh, okay. Mr. Dan? Mr. Dan? Yeah, someone is coming now to attend to you, please.
Okay, sir.
Someone is coming out to attend to you because the account class is going on now. So he will attend to you to give you the account class link.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So as I was saying, the hormone which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood is called the adrenaline is the hormone for shock absorber. Then we have the auxin. The auxin is the hormone for growth, hormone for plant growth. The insulin is the hormone that help regulate blood, that help regulate sugar and glucose in the blood. Sugar and glucose in the blood. And that's why when you see someone that is having high blood sugar, that means it's either the insulin is not working again, or the insulin is not working very well. So that's the reason why when someone is from age of 40 upward, they will tell the person to reduce sugar, because the hormone that will produce the gland that will produce the insulin hormone will be getting tired. And the more the sugar you intake, the more you get your insulin to work, and the less effective it will be when you get older. So then tyrosine is the hormone that help in maintenance of blood. The hormone that help in maintenance of blood. So the answer is C. The hormone which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood is called insulin. The answer is C. So let's go to number 2. The virus in the lightning time, there's something that is called villi. So the villi is like a finger-like projection. So the function of the villi is there. It is there that there is absorption of your food, the good thing from your food that you have eaten. It is the villi that you got it. The rest. Hello.
Hello. Column, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Please, I think maybe the class of biology is over now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Dan. Hello, Mr. Dan. Okay, you want to change it to account class? There's a guy for account class there now.
Sir.
Yeah.
Person said that,
Yeah,
yes.
hello, I can hear you.
But biology is 11 to 1. It's 11 to 1.
Yes, I don't know why it's saying biology. The class of biology is finished. So have you sorted it out? Hello, Chama. That's what. Yes, that's what I'm telling the guy.
And again, the link for
Okay.
for
Okay, I can
biology
continue now. Yeah.
classroom is not going.
The link for biology class.
Google Classroom is not going.
So can I continue now? Yeah. So now, when you eat your food, and when your food get to the small intestine, it gets to a point that your food now need to go into your body, into your blood. That digested food need to go into your blood. So the digested food, the villi is on the mesenteric layer. So the villi is just like a finger-like structure. So it is from the villi that your digested food will pass through, and every other thing that remains is a waste that will go to the large intestine. And from the large intestine, there will be reabsorption again, and the feces will come out, and you will have water going back into your body. So now, that villi need to be very, as in, there are many. There are small finger-like projections that there are many. So the question now says the villus in the small intestine is significant because A, increase the surface area of absorption, B, increase the surface area of digestion, C, assist in missing digested food, D, assisting in filtering undigested food. No, the answer is A, increase the surface area for absorption. That's the function of the villi. So the next question, what is the term used to describe biotic and abiotic factor in the environment of organisms? What is the term used to describe biotic and abiotic factors in the environment of organisms? A, habitat, B, biome, C, ecosystem, and D, ecological niche. Now, what is habitat? Habitat is home, the living place of organisms, where they are living. When you see any organism, where you can always see them that they are living at is called habitat. So what is biome? Biome is just the some rainforest, temperate forest. That means the area that you can find an organism due to the climate change or the weather. The area you can find organism due to climate change or the weather. So we have the savanna, we have the rainforest, we have the tropical rainforest. That's biome. Then we have the ecological niche. That's the position of a species in an ecosystem. So ecological niche means position of a species in an ecosystem. Position of a species in an ecosystem. So what's the ecosystem itself? Is a term that describes biotic and abiotic factor in the environment of an organism. That's ecosystem. So the answer is ecosystem. So can we move to the next?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next question. Which of the following instruments is not used in measuring abiotic factors in any habitat? Which of the following instruments is not used in measuring abiotic factors in a habitat? What are abiotic factors? We have, that's the climate and temperature change. We have the temperature. What is used for measuring temperature is thermometer. We have the wind. We have the hygrometer. The hygrometer is used for measuring relative humidity. We have the wind vane. The wind vane is used for measuring wind direction. While we have the anemometer. Anemometer is used for measuring wind speed. And we have the rain gauge used for measuring rainfall. So the only thing that is not here is what? Microscope. Microscope is only used to enlarge anything that you want to, that is very small, that you cannot see with naked eye. I cannot see very well to enlarge. So the question is, which of the following instruments is not used in measuring abiotic factor in any habitat? Answer is A, microscope. Thermometer is used for measuring temperature. Hygrometer is for measuring relative humidity. And wind vane is used for measuring wind direction. So the next question. Which of the following waste product in plant is excreted through the stomata and lentil cell? Which of the following waste product in plant is excreted through the stomata and lentil cell? We have A, carbon dioxide, B, alkaloids, C, tannin, and D, anthocyanins. The alkaloids is nitrogen compound, and it's you can find it is excreted through the root of the plant. Then we have the alkaloids. No, the alkaloid is nitrogen compound. Then we have the tannins. The tannins is found at the back of the plant, is excreted through the back of the plant. Then we have the anthocyanins. So the anthocyanins is the one is like this, like adrenaline in human being. So the only thing that is excreted from the lentil cell and stomata of a plant is carbon dioxide. That's carbon dioxide. So from the stomata and lentil cell of organism is what? Is carbon dioxide. So next question. Oh, the internet will be off. Light is off. Come. Please change my. Yeah, I want to change my internet. So you might go. Oh, they unchanged. So is my slide sharing now? Okay, my slide is not sharing, so I need to. Yeah, I'm waiting for the slide to. Ma, yeah, the network when it connect this slide. Eh? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And now the network just break now. Network just break now. So you have to, when the network break, you have to reconnect the slide. So the slide is connecting now. Okay, get ready. We're able to jump. Yeah, it's saying get ready. Going. Hello. Yeah. Saying that you'll be able to just. Mm-hmm. I think I need to.
Hello, ma'am. Excuse me. Hello. Yes, ma, please, can you able to resend them? Yes. Can you able to resend them link? Because my network was bad before, so I had to leave and join again. Okay. That please, can you able to resend? Please, can you able to resend all those links that I sent before? Because my network was bad, so I had to leave and join again. Ma? Yes, and the Google for biology and chemistry.
Maybe, hello. Yeah, can you get me that? Maybe this is from his own end. He's saying ready. You will be able to join just a moment, and it's not joining from the slide. Yeah, this volume. Hello. No. I'm the one who is no. I said can you get him, because he's the one that knows about this thing, why he say you'll be able to join in just a moment. Maybe it's from the other end. He's saying here from the present to a meeting, he's saying getting ready, you will be able to join in a moment. I think you need to accept something there. Hello. The same way I'm doing now. That when I click getting ready, you'll be able to join. Eh? No, the issue is not from me. The same way, what we have been doing, I've been doing since. Eh? What I've been doing since, I'm trying to refresh it now. What is the same thing that I've been doing since now? No, I can't see your slide though. No, I can't see anything. Yeah, I can see some prep class manager is. It's not presenting now. It's already the same thing. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. It's not about conversant. You see,